I think that the whole issue of homelessness is obscene in a country like Canada. Well, it's obscene anywhere, but in a country with Canada's wealth, to have people who don't have a house, roof over their heads is obscene. The advocates who we work with at POVNet are working with homeless people, both in terms of getting them a welfare check or a disability check, but also trying to find them resources. Quite often with someone who's homeless, it's not just a question of a roof over your heads, it's also a question of other services that are needed. And I think it's something that we have to do something about. I think that who needs to be involved in the discussion around homelessness is, first of all, homeless people. I think that you can't sort of say to somebody who's used to living on the street, okay, here's a house for you now, here's an apartment for you now, go to it. I think that people have different reasons why they're on the street, and I think it's very important that those reasons are taken into consideration when you're talking about finding homes for people. I think that it's also very important that the advocates and the community workers who work with homeless people are involved in the discussion, because they know a little bit more systemically, you know, some of the issues around homelessness, and they've sort of talked to some of the politicians and some of the other people who are involved. I think that it's also important that people who are involved in research around homelessness are at the table as well. And obviously, it's the politicians who are the ones who can do something about it in terms of the money. But I think that they need to be listening to what's going on the street in a way that they don't. Now, it's all very well to have a newspaper, you know, series about, you know, some reporter who tries to pretend that they're homeless for a week or something like that, but that's not going to get at the issues that need to be addressed. You can see it in Vancouver right now around the Olympics. You know, there's real concern about what's going to happen with people who live on the street. That's where they live. And, you know, if they're in a security zone, what's going to happen to them when the Olympics are going on? You know, those are the kind of issues that surface around a specific instance like that, but it's something that's a bigger picture issue as well around homelessness.